don't need us. Shoot a nigga down and they clown like they gon' beat us. What a nigga really gotta do to get some freedom. All my niggas in the world deserve freedom. And everybody's acting like they don't need us. Shoot a nigga down and they clown like they gon' beat us. What a nigga really gotta do to get some freedom.
If nigga positive, dark and light, my pen is black and my paper's white. But hit the spark, get mustard night. So how the fuck we ain't supposed to fight? So how the hell you think you get light? Turn on the switch and you get light. Shoot that nigga and bring up Christ like you a cop and then kill him, right? Supposed to think that the devil's nice. If you don't listen, throw the youth to prison, call the women bitches. Take all the riches, I do not envision this paradise. Do all the crippin' and all the bloodin' and all the thuggin'. Don't mean nothing, cause all of a sudden you can change your life. Pushing the button and freeing your mind. And I don't mean just getting high, talking shit, getting by. Follow me and get in line or we going home. Headed eat, the Pharaoh throne is gonna shine. The portals open, let's read the sign. The earth is hollow, don't need to lie. We'll see tomorrow on who to follow. In the darkest hour I lead the blind. I said in the darkest hour I lead the blind. Yep.
Good evening, everybody. Good day, or happy Kwanzaa, happy King Day. You are watching A Million Hits. I'm Nash Baker, Masonite, whatever you want to call me, and I'll be giving you this report for 2016. Just want to basically tell everybody that crime has risen in the South LA area tremendously this weekend of Martin Luther King celebration. Just last week there was a homicide that occurred on Western and Vernon, in which a 20-year-old African-American male was gunned down in front of a smoke shop. And it was pretty sad. As you could see, the footage was just past the point of even explaining. That's why some of the footage that I have I just can't really talk about. But in this case, there was a lot of people who came around who actually stay in that area, who knows the African American male who was gunned down, and they showed up and literally was standing out there at the time he was killed.
What a nigga really gotta do to get some freedom. All my niggas in the world deserve freedom. Cause everybody's acting like they don't need us. Shoot a nigga down and they clown like they gon' beat us. What a nigga really gotta do to get some freedom.
So, just really sad. Again, you know, we do these stories, but in this particular case, we're a young man who's not even barely 21, getting shot and killed, not able to really live his life to the fullest, or not really given a chance to. You know, it just concerns me about our community right now. We're definitely on a watch, and things are definitely, you know, out of hand. And then shortly later on that night, there was a shooting of 3 victims off of Florence and say about 10th Ave in Florence, in which 3 people were shot, 2 of them females, and one, you know, African American male who suffered non-life-threatening injuries, but apparently both females are in critical condition at this point.
So tonight at about 5:22 in the evening, we responded to a radio call of a multiple victim shooting. And when the officers got here to this scene, they found there were 3 victims who had been hit by gunfire. And 2 of the victims were very critical. Those victims have been transported to a hospital and being treated. So far, they're all still surviving, and it looks very favorable that they probably won't survive. We're trying to figure out if this is related to some previous shootings that we've had over the last couple of days, whether it's something completely separate. There doesn't appear to be any connection with the victims to some of the things we've seen over the last week or 2. So we're just, we're kind of baffled by this. The victims are in their 40s and 50s, is what I was told. So they were just kind of standing out here.
In this case, we got 2 women fighting for their lives. And all this leading up to Martin Luther King weekend, we were able to be on the corner of Crenshaw and King at the King Parade this weekend, in which me and Queen Isis, interviewed, a lot of celebrities in the parade, as well as city officials, police chief, the mayor. Everybody got asked the question, what does King Day mean to them? Check it out.
What does MLK Day mean to you?
It's a time for the community to come together and talk about peace and brotherhood. That was the message of Martin Luther King, and I think it's more important today than ever.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What does King Day mean to you?
King Day to me means the celebration of a great man who represented great people who came before us to allow us to have the freedoms that we have and the work that we need to do to honor that, to give people a living wage, a good place to live, to get off the streets, to honor our veterans. All that work is what is our agenda here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.
What does MLK Day mean to you?
It means a day of dedication to the community, of struggle, renewing that commitment, and a day of activism.
Thank you. What does MLK Day mean to you?
Absolutely marvelous to recognize someone who made the greatest bit of difference in this country for all of us, particularly us.
Thank you.
So happy Martin Luther King Day.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good day.
you.
Well, it means an opportunity to celebrate the importance and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, and an opportunity for us to rededicate ourselves to doing the best we can, certainly to helping those who are most in need, and to really being a community and a family. And so this is an exciting way to come together to recognize our past achievements, but to realize that we have a lot more to do.
I wanted to ask you, what does MLK Day mean to you?
This is a day for peace, and peace means a whole lot more than it did before, especially with Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, and we need to do more to relive his dream. We want to be the dream and not the nightmare, so we got to work harder than we ever did before.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. Tommy, what does MLK Day mean to you?
Hey, K-Day's off the chain. They're playing that good music, supporting the community for years. Love y'all, your boy Tommy Clown. Peace!
What does King Day mean to us, sir?
This is a wonderful celebration of liberty that Martin Luther King inspired in this current generation. We are very happy today to be with the California Grand Lodge, first time in the history of the Prince Hall Grand Lodge and California Grand Lodge walking in this parade in unity. We're moving forward on all levels.
Thank you. All right, travel light, travel light.
Means fairest among thousands, all together lovely. That's what it means. Growing up with the young, you're bringing the youth up in the right way, teaching them right from wrong. giving charitable donations to our breast cancer and to our Alzheimer's and all needed charitables. If there is anybody out there that needs charitable, contact us. The Order of the Eastern Star, Prince Hall Right of Adoption, State of California.
All my niggas in the world deserve freedom.
Last but least, I just want to really give it up to our bike riders out there. You know, they go out in the streets. They have, you know, they pretty much their logos on their vest. Ride around and, you know, give parties, give, you know, dinners away and so on and so forth to the poor. And a lot of these new bike riding clubs are taking a mass amount of losses in bike riding accidents.
All my niggas in the world deserve freedom. Cause everybody's acting like they don't need us. Yeah. Shoot a nigga down and they clown like they gon' beat us. What a nigga really gotta do to get some freedom.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Blue. He was obviously a bike rider with one of the local clubs in Los Angeles. And I know the Kings are going to miss him. And basically his family showed up at a candlelight visual to express the loss of their loved one. Well, from Tommy the Clown to basically the King Parade to the, you know, streets of LA, you know, they're definitely moving with energy of blackness. Whether negative or positive energies are colliding in the center, and the mass or the center is being filled with, you know, our cries, our happiness, our pains. Well, it's my job, and it's a Million Hits job to document these incidents. So we don't like some of them, but in this case, you know, it is 2016. And I'm Nash Baker, Masonite, whatever you want to call me. And you watching A Million Hits.
All my niggas in the world deserve freedom.